What podcast reviewer 37 describes as an indiscriminate hellish ride that I would not wish on my worst enemy. The industry's elite have said time and again, man, fuck those guys. Get ready, if your ears had butts, they'd about to be fucked. Welcome to the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show.
Oh, man. Probably the funniest 2 minutes we ever did. It'll never be recorded on the fucking podcast.
All facts, no condom.
Yep, indeed. Oh, man.
Oh, wait, I didn't even... Mike.
Oh, you idiot. Anyways, welcome back to the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show. Oh, shit. God damn it, I did it again. I said it's not even been a minute yet. Shit. All right. BFN's never going to get that 1 minute rule because I just can't. Fuck.
Yeah, no point.
Anyways, there's no point now.
We're not going back.
Yep. Not starting over. The Butt Fuck Nowhere Show. My name's Josh. I'm here today with good buddy Adam.
Yeah, hello.
And today we're going to talk about fucking... I don't know if it's the Farmers commercial, but that commercial that says don't become like your parents with insurance or whatever. That shit was right, man.
You got your fucking New Balance shoes out.
I do have New Balance. I think to me the New Balances are Merrill shoes. Those are the new old man like fucking shoes. They're like New Balance because they're wide and they're comfortable and they just like the only thing they're missing is the fucking Velcro straps. That's the only thing they're missing. But anyways, before we get into it, go to Game Rage Magazine, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Like, comment, follow, and subscribe. Also, Game Rage Mag on Twitter. You can follow Adam at All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram. And you can follow him there on YouTube as well. Also, substack.com/@ All Gas No Trash Official. So, the reason I say this about the Farmers commercial being right, that you eventually do become your parents, is like... I've now become excited for things that I never thought I'd be fucking excited for. So one of those things today, like, it's trash day. And like, since Christmas, our trash cans have been full. Like, nonstop. It's been full the whole week. It's been all four fucking
How
trash
is that
cans.
even possible? You have your family unit is not that
Yeah,
big.
there's 3 fucking assholes that live here, okay? And one of them's a child. So like basically there's 2 adults and a child. I mean, granted, there's a lot of animals, but they don't produce trash. They're not like eating, like they don't have trash. So, I mean, they are trash, but they're I can't put them in the bin.
Yeah.
Or I not to say I can't. I could. I shouldn't. All right.
Yeah. I mean, if they go anywhere, they got to go in the green bin because it's organic material.
They are. They're living material. I mean, they could be recycled as well. I mean,
Oh yeah, it's true.
Anyways, so. All 4 of our trash cans have been full, the brim, like overflowing. And it was partially from Christmas. Like, it was because of Christmas. So, it just happened. So, because they ended up coming the day before and picking up the goddamn trash cans, not because our trash day should have been Wednesdays. But they should have fucked off and came on fucking Thursday instead. But no.
They came a day early.
On Christmas week, they came a day early. So no one had their fucking trash cans out. Well, at least I mean, some people did, and I'm like, oh, you guys are idiots. Oh, no, I just apparently didn't get the memo that they were coming a day early, because I'm sure they sent out something in the mail, but I just throw that shit in the trash.
Damn.
So anyway, so my shit was full, overflowing, right? So trash comes, I go, oh, shit. In the morning, I wake up, I'm like, oh, shit, I gotta go put it out. I go put it out, and then I'm like, all right, cool. And then I come back in, well, whatever, we go do our shit through the day, and then I get to the end of the day here, and I see that they're empty. So I'm
like a fucking fly when he finds a pile of feces and he's rubbing his hands.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
So I was like, oh fuck yeah! I go to the trash cans, and dude, I cannot tell you the level of joy that I felt internally for seeing them be empty. And I'm like, fuck yeah, empty trash cans. Hell yeah. I whistled bringing them back up to the fucking thing to put them behind the thing. I was like...
You did the fucking Andy Griffith whistle.
Yep. I'm like I'm dancing. I'm fucking having a great time. I'm pulling them up. Like, see my neighbors. I'm like, empty trash cans. Fuck yeah. And they're like, oh, fuck yeah, empty trash cans. It's a great feeling, right? And I'm like, oh, it's the best feeling. And then we go. And then I'm like, oh, man, this is so great. And then as I'm locking up the gate back and I go... What the fuck am I doing? What why the fuck did I just get excited for empty trash cans? What the fuck is wrong with me? And then it just started like, I just started playing shit back in my head over the last couple of weeks, and I'm like, I've recently been getting excited for like dumb old man shit. Like, Christmas is over. I was like, oh yeah, I get to take out the Christmas tree. I was like, oh man, I get to use my chainsaw. I get to cut up the Christmas tree because we cut it up and we use it for firewood. I was like, oh cool. Got to do that. I was all excited. I was like, oh man, this is so fun. Get to cut the chainsaw. Get to cut this up. Oh yeah, you burned it in the fire. That's some shit my dad fucking was excited for. And I'm like, God damn it, man. That farmer's commercial was fucking right. You do eventually just fucking become your parents. And it's like it's like for the dumbest reasons. I mean, like, listen, back in the day, I used to get excited when you'd have a month where you'd get 3 paychecks, because the way the thing would fall, you'd get like 3 paychecks in a month. I'd be like, oh shit, man. This is like an extra paycheck for the month. So like, oh, all my monthly expenses, cool, man. I'm just gonna fucking have a whole extra check to do with whatever I want, right? And sure, back like in the day when I was like not paying rent and doing that stuff, like, oh yeah, like it didn't matter. I had a cell phone bill, car insurance, and maybe a car payment, right? And that's basically it. Some food, everything else didn't worry about. So like, oh cool, I could do that. But now, like as a real adult, you look at that and go, well, no, idiot. That just means that that's your first check basically of the next month, you idiot. So like, you need to, because you're not going to get paid for 2 weeks again, you fucking retard. So what are you going to spend all that money and you got nothing for 2 weeks? Like a dumb shit? Yeah, sure. Maybe like now, like, right, like with the house payments and shit like that. And I'm like, I really look back and go, man, that really never fucking mattered when there was 3 paychecks in a month. It didn't fucking affect me in any way whatsoever. If anything, now it's actually less convenient. It's actually a hindrance. Because then you're like, okay, cool, if you get paid the 3rd time right at the end of the month, then it's like, well, shit. Now I gotta wait. I'm going to the beginning of the month. I'm paying the mortgage, paying all this shit at the beginning of the month. And then I gotta wait. Like, I gotta fucking wait 2 weeks. Like, what the fuck, man? This is fucked. This is bullshit. So, yeah, I don't like that. And also, like, I've been putting off changing the oil in the car for some reason. I don't know why. I got to do both of them.
Dude, for how long?
I mean, not that long. I mean, I'm only 1,000 miles over. Like,
why does that? I mean,
well, because like,
so you're saying like 3,000 miles plus an additional 1,000.
Well, no. So like my car. Okay, so my car, I can go 7,500, right? So I set the thing at 5,000. So I checked the oil, and it's like, yeah, it's dirty, but like it's not using any. So I'm like, I just been lazy the last like few weeks. So I've been driving to work and just like whatever. Katie's car, on the other hand, is, she drives a lot less mileage. So she's like right about at 3,000 miles. So like, yeah, hers isn't really overdue, but I'm like, fuck it. I just change them at the same time because it's like easier. But I've just been putting it off. And then I was like, you know what? I was like, tomorrow on Friday, I'm going to change the fucking oil in both the cars. Yeah, man. Like, I'm going to go do it. Hell yeah. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to change the oil. And then I'm like, again, why am I excited? I don't want to do this. Why is this exciting to me? I don't want to do this at all. But yet, for some reason, I feel like this weird excitement about doing it. Like, oh, I have to go do it to get to make a whole event out of it or whatever. And it's like, no, I don't want to do this bullshit. I hate changing this. It's a fucking pain in the ass. But I do it because and then also that's what I realized. I'm also a cheap bastard too, just like my father. Because I so don't want to do it. Normally, I would just take it to a place and pay them to do it. But now I've become a cheap bastard, so it's infinitely cheaper to just buy the oil and the filter and just do it yourself. Like if you have the room and a jack, it is infinitely fucking cheaper to just do that yourself. Because I go to Jiffy Lube, and the thing that pushed me to stop going there was they were trying to charge, because I'd bring my own filter and oil, and they'd only charge me like $30 for labor. So it's like, okay, cool. I'm basically paying like total like $60, right? Because like I'm buying the oil, I'm basically, the filters are cheap. Like the oil's only like $20 for the 5 quarts or whatever. I'm basically paying like $60. So it's like, all right, cool, whatever. They're doing the labor for 30 extra bucks. Fuck it, I don't gotta fuck with it. It takes them 5 minutes and they're done. Cool. Now, I went there one time, and the thing that presented was, they were like, I was like, oh, I got my own oil filter, and they're like, cool. I go up to the checkout, and they're like, oh yeah, it's $69.99, and I'm like, yeah, but I brought my own oil filter, and they're like, yeah, I know, and I was like, fuck you charging me $70 for? Oh, well, see, we can't do that anymore. We can't give you the credit for using your own oil and filter. And I was like, okay, so what did you use? Well, we used your own oil and filter. And I was like, well,
That's my shit.
I was like, well, if I'm paying you for 5 quarts of oil and a filter, I want 5 quarts of oil and a filter. And they're like, yeah, but you brought your own. And I was like, yeah, so I should get a discount. No. And I'm like, this fucking makes no sense to me, but okay. That's what finally prompted me to stop doing it there and just doing it myself. And I've been doing that ever since. And now, I mean, I think they charge $100 for fucking oil change, which is like insane. And I got 2 cars. Fuck, man, it's $200. Meanwhile, it literally cost me in oil. I think I spent $50 in oil, and I bought the filters. I buy them in bulk. So like, I bought, I think, fucking a box of like 10 or 15 filters, I don't know, a year ago. And I bought, I think, 10 for my car. So like a year, like 2 years ago. So, I mean, shit, it was $60 for 10 filters. So like, it's $6 a filter that I paid for 2 years ago. Like, fuck, man.
How do you feel about cutting the grass?
Okay, so I specifically don't water my grass, so I have to cut it less. Like that, I like almost intentionally kill my grass. I will say this though, I do love the smell of fresh cut grass. Like
I don't.
I love that.
I don't like mowing lawns. I just don't know what it is about mowing lawns. I love cleaning toilets.
Oh no, fuck! I don't want to do that.
I like cleaning toilets because I love the smell of fucking Clorox and getting high off the fumes and shit.
No, that's true. That's good.
And bleach. Well, I don't know about the bleach. That shit will fucking. Yeah, when you clean the bathrooms and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might catch me on the fucking floor, passed out.
Fucking about to die from toxic fume inhalation. But yeah, no, cutting the grass is like, eh. But it's like, I don't want to do it. But then again, when I get out there and do it, I'm like, oh man, it's like, look at my freshly cut lawn. Oh, it looks so good. And then I'm like, oh, why the fuck do I care about this? Like, who gives a shit? So I don't know. I feel like I said, I'm becoming my father, I'm an old man in so many ways. And it's jarring. It's jarring to me, and I'm like, I need to not be excited about these things.
Shit, man, I wouldn't be surprised to catch you at a fucking Sizzler at 4 p.m.
Honestly, that's a great fucking deal now. If you really think about it, I mean, fuck, their salad bar is not bad for $5. That's not a bad deal. All you can eat salad, and you get that fucking shitty icy. It's like that it's not ice cream. It's like supposed to be soft serve, but it's all like icy. So like it's fucking It's like shitty. It's like eating it with ice cubes in it. It's fucking terrible. But you know what? $5 or whatever. Get a fucking nice New York strip, medium extra, because that they don't know how to do fucking medium rare, so they just cook it too much, and then it turns out to be like rubber. But whatever, you paid $3 for
1 ounce steak.
Yeah, it was $3.50. You know, we should go to Sizzler.
No, I don't want to go to Sizzler. Fucking hate that place.
Why?
I don't know. It just reminds me of PTA meetings or whatever, when they would have children go out to these evening events for school or in elementary school. I don't know why. I just didn't like the place. I can't go back.
I mean, I should have PTSD from Sizzler, but for some reason I don't. I feel like it's because when I was working for the city, we'd go there and we'd get discounts, and it would be like $1, like
to eat there.
To eat there, they just like whatever you wanted. We'd get the steak and the steak and the little fried shrimp meal, with the salad bar, and they'd charge and a drink, and they'd be $1.
Yeah,
because they liked people that worked for the city or whatever, so they charge us like $1. You get a discount, and just be like, oh yeah, it's $1, and you'd be like, cool, here you go, here's $1, and then you do that. So that, that daycare place that's right next there, my parents banished me to that place for fucking many years. When they were both working, like I went to that shitty ass daycare place and fucking was very traumatized by that. Very traumatized. They used to. That was the time. That was the place that I had WWF magazines, and that was the one thing, man. That was the one thing that I fucking had. And of course, because we're like fucking, I don't know, like 9 or whatever, like little bastards. Fucking, it was like the Attitude Era, so you have like the
Sable.
Oh yes, you have that shit. And so everybody, like, some asshole found out I had the magazines, and it's like, oh, and then they're all everybody's gathered around like looking at the titties, and I'm like, oh, what are they looking at? And I was like, hey, wait a minute, that's fucking mine. And of course, as I'm like, hey, give me that back, the dumb bitch walks up. They're not even teachers.
What are you doing?
Yeah, and they're like, give me that shit. And then, of course, they rolled it up all fucked up like, and I'm like, God damn, that's a collector's item one day, probably, you dumb bitch. Like, fucking, what are you doing? You're not handling that properly. Put gloves on when you fucking touch that.
Yeah, you fucking swine.
You swine filth. And then I remember I got the talking to at home about it. And I'm like, first of
your
all,
dad's like, your fucking dad's like, I don't know why you're looking at these magazines, and then he like stuffs it under his shoulder. Yeah. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
yeah. I need to go research this more.
So these are the kind of things that you're interested in.
Yeah, I'm a young man. All right, what else would I be interested in?
I don't know.
Listen, I'll tell you what. If it was dudes, well, I mean, fuck, maybe he did think we were looking at that. Maybe he did think the shirtless men was what we were looking at.
It is kind of. It is somewhat gay.
Me so hard. That would explain why he beat me so hard.
Shirtless men with lubed up and.
I'm really surprised that like he let me fucking watch. They let me watch wrestling, man. My parents were not involved in my life at all when I was a child. They did no idea what I was doing. Like. I don't know. That's also, on a side note, that's kind of my theory as to why, like, a lot of people in our generation developed, like, fucking this weird anxiety, was because...
They were latchkey kids?
Yeah, they just let us do whatever the fuck we wanted, and we just would, like... We just go. Back in the day, it used to be, oh, yeah, come home at dark. We never had that fucking rule. It was just like, okay, at the end of the night, they'd go look around and go, are all the children here? And they'd be like... Oh shit, we're missing one. I'm sure he'll come back in the morning.
Yeah, like a stray or like a
like a stray dog or some shit or a cat. Yeah, that's basically how we were treated. So I mean, I feel like so there's no structure there. So I feel like when you're on your own and you don't know what to do, it's like, what do you mean? To me, it doesn't make any sense. But like, it's also like, oh man, you've been doing this your whole life. Like, what do you mean you don't know what to do? What do you mean you feel anxiety at being alone? We've been alone all the time. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fucking. But yeah, so anyways, that's my theory. But I don't know. I'm inching ever fucking closer to 40, man. Like it's 3 years away.
So what?
I don't know. It feels weird. Man.jpg. I'll say this though. I have surpassed my father in many ways. All right. One of them being at 37. I am in much better physical shape than my father was when he was 37. All right. And I mean, he's an old man now, so I could just kick his ass even if I was out of shape. But 37-year-old me right now could have whooped his 37-year-old ass back then for sure. I would have worked his ass. All right. I told him that the other day, and he's like, his response to everything is, oh, you can't lift your foot that high or whatever. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? You ever heard of jiu-jitsu? You don't need to lift your feet at all right? So anyways, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm proud of that. And I don't feel as bad as like we say we feel. You know how like there's those memes where it's like, oh, like if your birth year starts with a 19 and it's like they're getting out of bed. Like,
dude, I could care two shits about that. For starters, why are people comparing their lives to fucking other people to start with? And two, as numerous people have said before, age is just a number. Yeah. And it's something I don't even honestly think about. I mean, if anything, I feel more motivated than ever to accomplish my goals. It's like I'm obviously fighting against father time, right? Like my body's deteriorating. Yeah. But it's also kind of fucking sweet that I've never been more motivated to do shit when my body's deteriorating. So I have to be a little bit wiser. I have to be a little bit more thoughtful about how I'm going to do things. Like, yeah, maybe I should have been doing fucking push-ups and running when I was in high school or whatever, but I don't really give a fuck. I'm like, I think it's even better that I'm more determined for anything than what was 20 years ago or whatever it might be.
Yeah, true. And you know, it is funny that there's so many people that are like, they feel like shit. That I mean, I talk to people all the time that are even younger than me, and they just feel like their body is like giving up on them, and they've given up on it. Basically, is what's happened. But to be, and like you said, age is a number, right? And I think it's more psychological than anything.
It is psychological,
and because like again, I wake up every day and I'm like, oh yeah, all right, like I'm still good now. Sure, over time, I'm sure that'll happen. But like you said, I'm more motivated now also than ever, so that's cool and that's great. But Father Time will kill us all, right? We're all gonna die in the end, right?
Yeah, it will. I mean, obviously, there's wear and tear as time progresses, but I just can't understand how people think that the best years of your life were in your 20s, man. If anything, it's probably the worst. It's like you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, you might have your first job, or you might be going to school and all that shit, but you're not really about anything like at 20.
Dude, that phrase, and this is another thing that fucking makes me feel like an old man, is it psychologically, is that phrase, youth is wasted on the young. Yeah. That is so fucking true. We wasted our fucking late teens to late teens to 30, right? Like we wasted that fucking time pretty much. I feel like, at least, like it felt like all just a waste. Like nobody knew what the fuck they were doing. What did we do? We sat around and played fucking Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh for a while. We fucked off collecting comics and collecting gay shit and being stupid, fucking about. It was just a waste of time, man. And now, granted, sure, maybe that built up to the life experience that we have now, to where we can talk shit about it and fucking have interesting things to say on podcasts. But
I don't know.
Either way,
it doesn't really matter, because
in the end, yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter.
But
it's relevant.
Mainly the fact that I mean, your life could fucking start at any point.
Yeah.
Or the best years could be at any point.
Yeah, true. That's what I was going to say. The greatest motivating thing I've seen thus far is there's like this meme, and it says, hey, if you're feeling down about yourself, just remember, Vlad the Impaler didn't start impaling people till his late 30s. All right. And I literally want, like, I was looking at some fucking Wikipedia page, and I forget who the fuck it was for. But I think I took the screenshot of it, because I said, this is how I want my oh fuck, it's gonna be back here. Oh yeah, this is how I want my fucking thing to read. My Wikipedia to read. Early life, rise to power, expansion of power, regime, coup, trial and execution. That's how I want my fucking Wikipedia to read. And there's still plenty of time to make that fucking happen.
Yeah. As far as 2025 goes, speaking on my own behalf, I kind of slipped off on doing the push-ups, because I knew during the holidays I wasn't gonna do that shit. So yesterday I started on my 12 sets of 16. I got to 4 and I fucked off. So then I thought, all right, I can't let that happen, because if we're gonna start fresh in 2025,
got to do it.
It's got to be done.
Yeah.
So as soon as I woke up, that was the first thing that I took care of. That was just taken care of throughout the day. I'm doing my fucking push-ups, getting that shit taken care of. And I think if there is a resolution or a goal for 2025, it's I don't know if it's about creating goals, but it's like there's like a nebulous thing I'm shooting for, right? And I think for me, if I'm going to be writing articles for Substack or whatever, I thought I'm going to shoot for 2, but if I can get 4, if I do one every week, like that'd be fucking awesome.
That would be.
And then for sure, the one thing I want to work on is breaking things down into smaller pieces.
Yeah.
Breaking things down into smaller pieces, because I think it creates result. Like if you were to take on any problem, like literally any problem, especially for this shit.
Yeah.
My goal is to break down why we had a breakthrough with the Snoop Dogg and Dre video. I don't know how it's going to come out. I'm going to do a lot of things wrong, but I'm going to break it down into smaller pieces until I find out what things end up provoking.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like just breaking it down to its base level, and then figuring out, okay,
if I get one thing right, then I go on and move on to the next thing, and then I'll eventually have it.
And then it just eventually expands upon where everything we do is the right way, and everything goes to that level or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty legit.
And I still haven't rubbed one out for 2025. So already day 2, or technically day 3.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Damn. So that's another major goal to be had.
Fucking, I might as well be a monk or
yeah.
Or
the fucking, what are those? What
a
are
Catholic
those guys?
or a Buddhist monk.
Yeah, there you go. Also, I meant to tell you too. We will have a new. I mean, fuck. I don't even know if we waste this on Chirping from the Pine because nobody fucking listens to that.
What?
But I got fucking tickets for me and Katie to go to fucking whatever the minor league hockey is in Ontario.
Ontario Reign?
Yeah, Ontario Reign. They're playing the Golden Knights team, the Silver Knights or whatever, the minor leagues. So I got tickets to go. Dude, we got like center ice. It was like this thing through my slave job where they were like, oh, as a bonus of being a slave here, you get like a discount on these tickets, apparently. Because the Kings ones they gave us were shit this year, so we didn't go because they were all shit games. And then they were like, oh, since those were kind of shitty, like, oh, you guys could drive all the way to Ontario. Lo and behold, they don't know that I'm fucking close by, so like it worked out in my favor. So we're gonna go. I think it's January 18th. It's on a Saturday, and it's gonna be pretty nuts. First fucking minor league whatever hockey game we've been to, so I'll be kind of excited. So I'll have an episode to talk about that experience, and I'm sure it's gonna be wild because I know that people get crazy for fucking minor league hockey and shit. Like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear like my Golden Knight shit, so like I'm probably gonna get shit on, and it'll be fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
and then Katie's gonna wear King shit, and then I don't know, we'll see. I was trying to find Silver Knight shit online, but like, there's none. Like it's all garbage. Like it's all hot garbage. Same thing for the Reign. It's all hot garbage. They don't even have fucking goddamn. It's all snapback hats. Fucking weak.
Yeah, I think their colors before weren't even black and white because I think back in the day they used to be purple and orange or some shit. Egregious colors for fucking jersey.
Yeah, egregious.
So now they've kind of transitioned their logo and color scheme to what the LA Kings are now, which is cool.
Yeah. So that'll be cool. Stay tuned for that. Anyways, I don't know. You got anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, cool. Well, good stuff. All right, well, Game Rage Magazine, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all that bullshit. Go to fucking All Gas No Trash Official on YouTube, Instagram. And yeah, go check everything out. Hit you guys on the next episode. Go check out fucking Conspiracy Enforcer.
This has been the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, subscribe and like on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. Also on Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. Also visit our website, www.GameRageMagazine.com, for a host of other podcasts and more. Thanks for listening.